Yo, check it, we gon' run through the mix. They spot as soon as I dash out. Get your bars up, I'm basically about to cash out. Everybody worthy until they fade in the background. If you in it early, I'm seeing through all the cracks now. Back down, hit them with the classics. Vinyl on the cabinet, let me hear how to wax skip. I just press a button and you can see the reaction. Flex on everybody, but uppercut in the flash kick. Back to the era where the sticks is busted, where they screaming at the set appearing. Let's go, Justin! This that woman show where you get on the back of a jump in. Say that you believe I trust it. Take them all to run that city. I'm too risky to let the comeback hit me. Don't get tricky until you see that shimmy and the crowd get busy singing. Run that city. Spray paint canvases like we keep on dripping. Flip that quarter and let the game bounce with me as the rounds keep switching, baby. Let them know. We outside. We outside. Come on.
Every time I enter and exit, only way they can catch this, the limited freshness. My drive on 10 and they can't understand. When home became a family man, came back better than ever. Modding it, I consider the classic. Dynamics since the 90s, I'm still a creature of habit. In overdrive since I left my ex behind. Who wants smoke? Put 100 yen next to mine. And Akihabara, make arcades look like crime scenes. Make it sound epic like they piped in God's theme. Level 8 difficulty, so is the rhyme scheme. Friday night flex, catch an L on the live stream. Catch me labbing all day long. I'm Fei Long and in the hands of Jay Wong. Or Daigo when I flow, I make songs. Get your price sticks, cause once again it's on.
You already know what it is. I need everybody in this room to stand up. Stand up right now. Everybody on their feet, let's show them how we do this. Y'all ready? Let's get it.
Hello everyone, I am back! How are you all doing? I am still in the obvious hype mode of fighting games, but it is good to see you all. Hello, hello. I hope my closed captions are working, because I tried to make them work again. But nonetheless, who do we have? Ventus, Raymond, Lazuli, Damascus, Mossy, Berserker, Ezekiel, Ventus, Alex, Leon, Tiberian. Hello, everyone. I am back. I made it back. I made it out of Vegas. Do not worry. I survived. I think I drank the most amount of water I've ever drank in my life being in that area. But you know what? I made it out. You said me twice. Me. Yeah, Evo is in Vegas, Ventus. With your immune system, that's a fear. So I did get sick. I did get sick for like 2 days. But I already wasn't home yet still, so I had the time to recover. I was very scared. I was hoping it wasn't the Big C, the Backstreet Boys reunion tour. And luckily I didn't catch it, but there was a lot of people from who went that caught it. So I'm glad I didn't interact with really too many like names, because like any name that from Evo were all got COVID. I'm fine though, thankfully. Thing with Vegas is you can drink enough alcohol to sterilize. Is that not true? I definitely did have a lot. The Big K. What would be the Big K? Are those the stores that don't exist anymore? Tyler, hello. It's good to see you all. But yeah, so per usual, I am going to be dumping fighting game nonsense on you guys and talking about my vacation. Reviewing some announcements, some pictures I took. I actually realized I didn't take as many pictures as I thought. I was so distracted by the stuff I was doing that I didn't take as many as I hoped. I tried to get, like, every booth and stuff and, like, most of the corners of the venue and whatnot. But surprisingly, out of all things, I forgot to take a picture of the Mortal Kombat booth. I was so enamored by Mortal Kombat 1 that I completely forgot to take a picture of it. But I got every other booth. I did not try Project L. I will show you a picture here in a moment of why I didn't do Project L. That is the longest line I think I've ever seen in my life. And it was to play Project L. I did parry the Big C. This is the only moment where whatever happens to Vegas doesn't stay in Vegas. It did follow me, huh? Hey, but at least I avoided the sickness. Everything else came back with me. Thanks for letting me in. I am now no longer a fun employed, heading out to California next week to begin the rest of my life. Let's go, Ventus! I'm so happy for you! Woo! I'm proud and I'm excited to see where your future takes you, Ventus. Yes, Reptile got it. Don't worry. We're going to be looking at all the trailers and all the announcements that happen at EVO with you guys. And, I'll share my thoughts. As well as, it just finished today, but I didn't get to watch any of it. There was the, invitational, the $1 Million Invitational happened, that I'm going to try to catch up on. Maybe we'll watch some. I'm not sure if people want to do anything like that. But I completely missed it because they're in, I think, Saudi Arabia, and, they played it like 4 in the morning, so I didn't watch any of it. Havoc, yeah. I still think I'm probably gonna main Smoke so far. That was another thing. They had a combat cast, I think, yesterday, where they had, more information, more combos, and looks at the characters and stuff that we can definitely take a look at, too, because I didn't watch that either. My last, like, 3 days have been just, like, doing stuff and traveling and whatnot. So I have a lot to catch up on, but we'll definitely start off talking about just the flat-out EVO news. And all the things that happened there, and then we'll continue on to everything else. Yeah, I can't believe they made Reptile into a were-lizard. A were-lizard. My man's a were-lizard. No nipple giant. We will be talking about Johnny, don't worry. Because the updates are also in that trailer, so we can look at Johnny and then look at the updates as well. Finally, now Street Fighter, I made a cursed Brie. Let's go! Yes! But I don't have anything going on. I will definitely... Hi, Panda! Definitely down to just hang out with you guys until I have nothing else to talk about today. Because I get to relax today and tomorrow. And then I have to get back to doing stuff. But, yeah, so maybe by the time I'm done talking or whatever, we'll play some games. Movie night? Maybe. We'll see. I don't have much booze left to celebrate. That's okay. I'm pretty sure I drank enough at my, my weekend away for at least half of you. So don't worry. Try to watch MK movies. We've already watched MK movies all together, though. We watched all 3. We watched the 2 old ones and the newer one in the Discord before. Hey, I love the MK movies so much. I own them. I only collect and own things I really care about, and I own the Mortal Kombat movies. I drink enough for the other half. Oh, no. Maybe half of me. You have no idea, Sloopy. So, normally for the finals for EVO, despite I didn't go to the finals. I went to a party, and that's where I got blasted. So it is definitely I definitely had a different experience. But don't worry, I sobered up by Street Fighter 6, so I got to have all that hype, but before that, it's a little bit of a blur. When did we watch the new one? We watched the new one relatively around when it was brought onto HBO Max. Because it was like, HBO Max was starting to do the thing where they let movies be streamable, like, a week after or whatever they came out. So it's like right when Mortal Kombat came out, and we watched it all together. Because it was that movie, and then I think the Godzilla that came out at the time were, like, only available on HBO Max. And, I don't think we watched, oh, no, we did watch. We watched the Godzilla, what, was it the Kong one? Was Godzilla vs. King Kong, was that the one that came out at the same time? I think. But we watched both of those, like, you know, 1 week and then the next week. One of those. You got schnozzed? I got pretty schnozzed. You got the true Vegas experience? Mostly, I think I'm not a big fan of walking the strip, mainly because it's, like, full of people in a abundance, obnoxious way, rather than, like, say, New York, where everybody's, like, going somewhere and they'll get out of your way, right? Whereas Vegas, it's like, you're stuck slow walking behind people who are like, oh, a building! And I just move. I want to go to the big pyramid and look at it and go, ooh, ah. Move. Or the big fountains, like, so, it's not my ideal place to go. Did you see Corb? Oh, absolutely. Corb came with me. You got your drink on? I don't normally drink either. I'm a social drinker. So, I was just in the right environment. No bugs? That's true. Vegas seems to be lacking in the bugs. And I give them credit for that. Trying to speedrun tourism? I didn't really want to, like, tourism, though. I kind of just wanted to see? Man, how do I explain this? Because I didn't really want to stop and go, ooh, ah, I'm gonna watch the show or something. I just wanted to be like, okay, I did it, right? Check it off the list. So I guess I was speedrunning. Thank God Corb isn't real. What do you mean? She's always with us. I'm making funky noises at pyramids again. It's not my fault they got the giant light beam and I gotta go, ooh, ah. You extrovert? I am not an extrovert. I am not. Just because I am surrounded by, people I know does not mean I am an extrovert. It's just because I'm next to people I know. If I was walking around by myself or with just somebody right next to me, you know, maybe somebody I met, I would not say a word to them. Sound like tourism? I didn't try to get into events. I went out and I got drunk. That's the one thing that is wrong. I can hear you over the air conditioner. I don't have to put it. Let's go, Matt! Do I gotta get louder? I think I turned on my microphone a bit too much. I'm peaking. So I should probably turn that a little down. I'm peaking more than usual, that is. So let's, that's a bit better. I would have a panic attack walking alone in Vegas. Yeah, the strip doesn't feel bad. At the very least, like, the strip is so open, and there's not really a lot that, you know, that you can really feel too nervous about. But as soon as you go to, like, Fremont, that's where the dark creatures live. And I don't want to go back there. Oh, she's peeking again. I'm always peeking. What? Nothing changed. Nothing changed. I should have gone full monkey mode of people walking and stuff. I swear, because I am so keenly attuned to making monkey noises, there is a chance that I could bamboozle people by making my monkey noises. I'm saving to go next year. I hope it's better than this Evo, because this one has some cool stuff, but also some meh. I thought the finals were fine. I think the only reason why people don't like the Marvel vs. Capcom 3 finals was because it's high-paced and they have the loops. And Marvel's one of those games, like, if you don't quite understand what's going on, I feel like it loses its luster. Same with, like, Dragon Ball. Because there's so much happening, it kind of, like, falls apart. I can understand that. I know, a good half of the games were a mirror match. It's not as bad as Fujin mirror match in Mortal Kombat 11. That was boring. But I will say Ninja Kill absolutely earned it. Even though Foxy Grandpa is one of my favorite players. I want him to get a #1 at some point. I'm rooting for Foxy. He's always in top 8, but he's never the winner. One day he'll get there. KBR's been playing the same team for a long time. So the strip is raccoons. It basically reptile, I would say. Yeah. Have you seen Celebrity Mortal Kombat? I saw the tweet. I did. I didn't completely watch it. whatever that AI generated celebrity thing is, because I don't have any relations to. I don't know who those people are. I don't know who those people are because I don't know celebrities. So I was like, neat. I can't go somewhere I don't know without my anxiety going full like Bochi mode. Is that the anime? I'm going to a different country like family for family reasons. Not bad. I'm pretty anxious. Well, at least you're not alone. You got your family with you. But I don't know. I feel the same way usually, especially because I don't know 90% of the stuff out there. But I kind of have this like internal thing of the anxiousness is also excitement because I get to see something new. So I don't know. It's like I have to fight two demons within me. The two wolves. I have two wolves inside me. They're excited and anxious. But yeah, so let's see. We got a lot to talk about. Where do I even begin? I guess I could start from the first game, which was Mortal Kombat, and we could talk Mortal Kombat stuff, but I do find it surprising that they did put Mortal Kombat announcements on the finals rather than with Mortal Kombat finals. They did it on Grand Finals Day, which was very interesting. But at the very least, Mortal Kombat was the first game to finish, so we could start there. So let me pull stuff up. I gotta move you guys. And so far, the one thing that is also interesting is the leaks for Mortal Kombat that happened a while ago, like 2 years ago, or something like that. No, maybe a year ago. So far, they've all been pretty accurate. So I wonder if we are actually getting some things. I forget who else is left that was in the leak of characters that they said were coming out. Mortal Kombat was the first to finish them. Yeah, so it was Mortal Kombat, and then it was, was it Melty Blood and then King of Fighters that finished first, and then Dragon Ball for day 2, I think. But, well, I'm gonna pull up here the Mortal Kombat trailer, and we'll start there. Oh, actually, the first announcement was some other stuff, but we'll also get to it anyway. After the chat for Ermac, literally all the ninjas got hit with a pretty sick but him. Well, we don't know. We've only seen that he exists and is gonna be in the first combat pack. We don't know how he's gonna look or play. We only have like the CG look of him. I'm sure he's gonna have a mask or something. I don't know. I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt. I just think he looks like Ermac. He just looks like the zombie Ermac without like the head wraps and stuff. So I don't personally have a problem with how Ermac looks, because he just looks like they took off the mask from like his old designs and stuff. That's all he looks like to me. Alright, so let me pull this up. Alright, hopefully this sounds good. If I ever get Melty Blood, I'm definitely meeting Neko Arc. Lazuli, you have a huge hurdle to get over if you are playing Neko Arc. I think she is still the worst character in the game. But you do it for the memes, and you gotta respect that. Alright, let's take a look at these guys. Hopefully this sounds pretty good.
Earthrealmers aren't ready to see the real me.
The real reptile. Also, did anybody like watch Ed Boon's Twitter account throughout like the weekend with all this being hyped up? Every single day of the 3 days that he was you know, like, oh, come to the Mortal Kombat booth and stuff, he was making reptile jokes the whole time. He was making reptile jokes and innuendos the whole time. He even found a reptile cosplayer, and he's like, wow, speaking of reptile, He basically was giving away the whole time. But Havoc and Ashra were complete. The Havoc I expected, Ashra I did not.
Want? I can shift only between
Yeah, no
this
cowboy yet.
and my natural form.
He's a were-lizard!
That I could take human form made me a freak among my people. I was terrorized.
He wasn't always a were-lizard. He was just lizard. And then he decided, I am person.
You misread my intentions, princess.
It looks so cool! Oh, this game looks so good, and the music's so good! Ah, the lizard! I get so hype. I am so excited for Mortal Kombat!
Ashra, demon of the Netherrealm. I appear nearly human because I've purged most evil from my soul. My sister demons were furious at my change of heart.
Redeemed Ashra. So cool. Like the Valkyrie style redeemed demon is such a cool way to take her. Reptile, well, the reason why he was a bad guy originally was his home was taken over.
Come, the monks must prepare you.
And he was like basically enslaved from Outworld, if I recall. And Shao Kahn. Havoc! I love what they did with his face. I love what he did with his face. Look at it, he's so cool! They made it so much more gruesome. Instead of just like the bone, they gave him the fleshy bits. He's so cool. Bonk! So just gruesome. I love it.
For you too, Sizoth. To catch me, they must see.
Also, why did they make everyone so pretty? It's not fair. The shapeshifting is quite unexpected. I also didn't expect him to be back and forth. They really just went down the middle to make Reptile for everyone's favorite, because everybody was like human Reptile or lizard Reptile, right? That was always the back and forth. And they just went down the middle. Who's your new son? So far it's Smoke. It's so good. It's so good. Reptile's so cool. Yeah, no team, just assist. Yo, it's counting too. So good. Bonk. Just. Mwah.
Take your chaos elsewhere.
Just a little cherry on top right there. Oh, this is so good. Yummy, yummy. Get in my Tommy. Oh man, it's so cool. It's so cool. See, he doesn't look that bad. I don't know. I don't think Ermac looks that bad. To me, he looks like old Ermacs, just without like the head wrappings and stuff. I'm excited for Takeda though. Nah, see why? I don't think he looks bad. I'm one of the few people I think he doesn't look bad. I'm more taken aback by the pure factor that John Cena's right here. Ermac, he looks silly, and then there's John Cena. Dun, 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 dun. Man, but I every single trailer, I get more and more excited for Mortal Kombat. I cannot wait. I didn't realize that was Ermac. He was in the leak a while ago, but he's got the green eyes and the red black. It's pretty obvious. Excited for Peacemaker? I don't know anything about these three comic book dudes except for they're comic book dudes. I don't know at all how they'll even what to even expect of like their kit, how they'll play. It's all up in the air for me. He grew on me? Really? I haven't ever heard bad things about the Peacemaker show. Omni-Man and Homelander both seem to overlap so much. Curious how that they chose both. Yeah, from what I understood, aren't they kind of like the same premise, right? At least character-wise. Berserker, fighting game fans are eating so good. So good. And it doesn't even end there. One of my favorite announcements. We'll take a look real quick. I'll pull it up. Probably the thing I might be more excited for. Where is it? Is that the end, right? Yes! Ah! Sorry, as soon as I pull it up, I go, ah! I'm so happy. Both are evil Superman trope, but both are completely different. Okay, so they take they start at the same base, but they go in different direction with it. I wish Frost wasn't just a cameo. I kind of expect cameos at some point to be playable, but we just don't know when or how or why. Because already they have, like, who's a good example? Like Kung Lao. He's a playable character and he has a cameo, right? So I kind of think eventually it'll go that route. If NetherRealm doesn't pull another realm and makes the games last more than 2 years. We just have to hope for it there. Cameos do have fatalities, that is true. Yeah, it's weird how the guest characters are superheroes. Yeah, I wonder what the next set are gonna be, because Ed Boon keeps putting up polls of like, what was your favorite? What theme did you like of all of our past ones? And usually, horror tends to win the most, which was right in Mortal Kombat 9. It had, Leatherface, Freddy and Jason, right? So I'm wondering if maybe they'll go that same route. Yeah, a lot of people do not like Frost. And it's hard for NR to keep the game alive longer. They mostly sell for first of all. Frost is hated by everyone. She is a jerk. It's mainly because her story, she's just stupid. She's stupid and she's whiny. I mean, her gameplay's fine. But her as a character, she's stupid and she's whiny. I want to be the new leader. Sub-Zero, you're stinky. That's basically what her story is. Alright, I want to show you probably the thing I'm most excited for. The only thing that sucks is when they were showing it, it had some bad audio, but it fixed like halfway through. So you may have to like listen closely for a little bit. But I'm so happy.
So for those of you that I saw just get up, if you are a Killer Instinct fan like myself,
Everybody sit down. Sit down. You are a Killer Instinct fan. You
I
are.
would advise you to stick around and turn your eyes to the screen,
Ah!
because I have one more thing for you.
Hello, Yasir.
Oh, what's up, dudes? Max here.
What?
Again, the audio kind of sucks.
Give a huge shout out to the community. I wish I could be there, but seeing Killer Instinct come back to Evo after so many years the game has been on hiatus is absolutely awesome. To see the game supported.
Hi, Max. Hi, dude.
Is truly incredible. But there is something else. And
Ah! Sorry, I'm like, I feel the excitement go through my veins.
over at Microsoft.
Hey, thanks, Max. Can you believe it's been 10 years since we were here with a special showcase at Evo?
It's not KI2, sadly.
With the developers from Double Helix. I think you were up there. And wow, it was incredible. The energy was so great. All the combos, all the combo breakers. People going, we should be able to do something.
Get
with
a
the
dog
combos,
plushie?
counter breakers. The whole time we would listen to our players.
Of who?
And it's time
What dog?
again where this KI, which we've been having so much fun with, it's time to evolve.
Yes!
So, does that mean that the Killer Instinct that we are still currently playing
Oh, Benny? No,
is gonna
sadly.
get something new of some kind?
Yeah, we are going to start with updating all the matchmaking and other services to modern play path. We actually kicked that off back in May
10 years into Killer
There we go,
Instinct,
the audio's back.
And obviously, it's been 5 years since there's been any substantial updates to Killer Instinct in any way. Are you saying we're actually getting that update?
Well, I'm very excited to say that we have some friends back also working on the game. And I'd like to reintroduce you to Adam Hart from...
I'm so happy.
Hi everybody, we're back. We're doing more Killer Instinct. It's
There's
pretty amazing
more
that
Killer
after
Instinct
10 years, the number of people playing this game
Yes!
is incredibly high. And there are online tournaments and offline tournaments constantly throughout the year. The level of play keeps getting higher and higher and higher. It's pretty astounding, and I'm pretty amazed that we're back. So, James, how are you feeling about it?
I am so excited about this, and we are officially doing a balance patch. Not just a balance update coming in the fall.
So,
It's been 5 years.
this
since the last
announcement
balance update, which is kind of amazing and
is
unprecedented.
that they are
It's been
finally
a
putting
game
back
that
or going back to work on Killer
I
Instinct,
think
starting
players
with
have really
a
pushed the upper limits of the
performance
possibility
update,
of the game,
a matchmaking
maybe
update,
it's
and a
time to
balance
ask
patch.
Some of those top minds who are still playing the game, what they think needs to change to keep the game healthy and keep it interesting and refreshing.
So the game we thought was long and forgotten, moved on from.
He only got a couple of games.
The voices were enough.
After he came
And you'll
back.
bring back KI
It's a very
from
exciting
Max
thing that we're
Dude.
gonna be
That's the
doing
reason
for
why
you
he's
guys.
even up there.
Balance patch for KI and
Voiced it
promise
so
that
much
enough
that
players
Killer
entered
Instinct's
KI
coming back in a
Tiebreaker,
full
we found
swing.
the Time Machine and Nerf Rash, so we found the time machine.
Wow, yeah, I feel like I'm in a time machine right now because Killer Instinct is the game that just keeps on going, and so many people are still continually playing it, like you guys said. And now there's going to
Killer Instinct is one of the best fighting games ever made.
This balance patch, I'm very much looking forward to, and I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. So James, Adam, thank you all, and to everybody at EVO, don't worry, there's more information coming soon, and we'll be back with more on what's going on with KI for this 10th anniversary update.
Screaming! Ultra combo!
So, just so that we can prove that's not a fever dream that I'm really excited to be here for, please welcome to the stage the head of Killer Instinct over at Xbox, James Goddard.
Also, if you got this whole video is a Killer Instinct I can't even speak, I'm so excited. It's also a fantastic watch. Fantastic.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I had a stroke because
And
I
am
can't
here,
speak.
I just want to hop up real quick to say, hey, it's been an amazing 10 years. I want to personally pass on the thanks from all the development teams that have worked on KI, from Double Helix to Iron Galaxy to, of course, my home at Xbox, all of us. I mean, it's unbelievable what I just saw 10 years later.
Imagine speaking? I
we
know!
thought To launch KI
I should just retire.
Season 1, 8 characters, we thought it was going to be cool and amazing.
No,
Who
the
would've
ice cubes
thought?
are gone. Vegas
29
melted it.
Characters,
It's just a puddle
10
now.
years,
It's swimming. It's got to
4
rebuild.
incredible players, 2 EVO champions, just insane gameplay. I mean, you guys made this happen. This is why we did it, and this is why we're doing a balance update and a major upgrade to all PlayFab services. Your matchmaking's a lot smoother.
Yes!
tournaments are easier, and more KI for the next 10 years.
More KI!
Let's go.
Woo! Now there hopefully will actually be people playing it
And for everyone
online,
else still
on
here,
PC.
We're going to jump to a quick commercial break because we've got some bills to pay, but immediately...
All right. But yeah, I don't have an Xbox One, so I can't play it on Xbox. The Steam version is completely dead. Everybody plays it on Xbox. Oh, man. But yeah, that was probably one of my most exciting things I got to witness. Was Killer Instinct is actually coming back. And I cannot describe how excited I am about that news. Because it is one of the best fighting games ever made. It is one of the most hyped to watch, has some of the best soundtracks, most fun gameplay, one of the best well-built tutorials. Like, it is peak fighting games. Objectively, you are correct. Thank you. I'm glad you're on my side. There was actually the only, I think, new game announcement as well. Happened. And I'm kind of surprised I don't hear as many people talking about this yet. Never played it before? You should. You should. It is fantastic. Yes, here, I'm going to give you one more chance to stop spamming. But yeah, this game, I think we all know. We got a guy in there. I think, you know, he's got a very memorable hat that everybody knows. He's even in Smash. And they're getting a brand new game. And I was very surprised. They're getting a very brand new game. And I'm very excited for it. Yeah, the curious, you got it. Nami, you're a genius. MK will always be the go-to fighters, but Killer Instinct is close second by a hair difference. Mine's the other way around. Mortal Kombat is my favorite fighting game to play. Probably the one I am most loyal to, but where I stand for me objectively, I think Killer Instinct is still #1 in terms of like the game itself. But what I love more, #1 is Mortal Kombat as well. So, let's bring this over. And we'll watch this. I actually haven't seen the full trailer for this. I missed it. East Tower. Look how good it looks! Woo! New Fatal Fury! Wow! Let's go!
City of the Ribbon.
They really like SNK upped their visuals quite a lot, it looks like, and I'm actually kind of excited for it, because the one thing I have against King of Fighters is I think the game looks ugly. But at the very least, like how these guys look, they look pretty good. It looks like they put a lot more effort into it. Very clean looking. Whereas King of Fighters, they kind of look blocky to me. This one looks like they really upped it. They look pretty good. So I am very excited. Oh, if it doesn't have Terry, I don't know what they're gonna do. He's from Smash. Is Geese still dead? I'm gonna be honest, I don't know a single thing about King of Fighters lore. So I don't know. Yeah, mine's the big, the wooey lady. What's Fatal Fury? Fatal Fury is older game series. You may know Terry Bogard. He's in Smash. Normally, when you look at him, you'll be like, "Oh, I've seen him before," but you might not know what he's from. Here, let me pull up a picture of him. Him in Smash, because that's the first image that comes up. Because even the Google only knows him from Smash. Here you go. Here's Terry. He's from that game. Yes, sir, I gave you a chance. But yeah, older fighting game series, they actually collab a lot with, Capcom. They're pretty buddy. No, Rival Schools is in the same universe, right? Or is that Rival Schools is the same universe as Street Fighter? But they're always they're always like together, right? They always have this like mesh with their series. He even wears the cap from the game. No, Rival Schools is Street Fighter. Okay. Never mind then. Ignore me. But you, like, Steve was saying, if you guys know Tekken, Geese Howard, Tekken 7, he was a guest character there. He's from Fatal Fury. He's the very intimidating guy with no eyebrows. I had no idea Terry was not actually for King of Fighters. No, he came from, Fatal Fury. Who's more iconic from King of Fighters? It's probably the red-haired guy. What's his name again? I gotta remember. What's his name again? Yori. That's his name. I think he's more iconic, and then, who else? I gotta think. And then probably Mai. Probably those two are probably the big faces of King of Fighters. Very iconic guy whose name I can't remember. But yeah, Terry is in King of Fighters as well, but he comes from Fatal Fury. That was his original home. Yeah, everybody knows Mai for some very particular reasons. What else? What other announcements happened? Because we watched the Mortal Kombat one. I guess we can look at the Aki trailer. Oh yeah, the big announcement from Dragon Ball FighterZ. Rollback delayed again! Woo! That feels good, doesn't it? You on streamer mode on Discord? Nope. I will be now. Stop it! Everybody, you get my messages. Streamer mode. Enable streamer mode. There you go. I jump scared some of you guys probably with messages. Alright. Let's look at Aki. Alright. This is only... So the Aki trailer is just her when you meet her in World Tour mode. So I don't think we got any... If I recall, I don't think we got any gameplay. So I have no idea what she'll be like. But the main consensus is that she's probably close to like a mix between Fong and Vega, because she has the claws. But they don't seem very long, so I don't think she'll be claw-worthy of like her range and stuff. But other than that, we have no idea how she's gonna look. When in doubt, add another Goku. Sorry, Berserker, I didn't mean to jump scare you with Discord pings. Yeah, I'm looking forward to see how she plays. I am still looking more forward to Ed, but I stand by being very appreciative of still making sure we have new characters, and moving forward. The only thing as much as I'm pretty sure they can't have a game without Akuma, I don't like him being there because I don't want him to be back. At the very least, Ed was like mid Street Fighter V, so he's still kind of in that newer category, so he's a bit more on the accepting terms for me. As well as Rashid. Rashid was a 5 character, but Akuma, he's always been there, and I'm kind of bored of him. I never liked watching Akuma either. So I don't know. I just hope I'm excited for the next season already. All right. There's a girl named Leona with a cool design. Looked her up. She has real nice artwork. Leona, is that the blue-haired military lady? I think so. King of Fighters is... I don't know anything about it. So I can never comment. The only thing I can say is King of Fighters is easy to watch because it's just like... It's a footsie game. It's just like a different Street Fighter. So it's not really hard to watch. He just destroys villages, sells fruits. Facts. Alright, let's watch Aki. I know it has its own mechanics, Steve. I'm not dumb. What I'm saying is it's simplistic in the base form. You can understand how it works. Well, so does Melty Blood, and people don't know how it works. Whoops. Hi, Jacob. Lots of internet yeah, so Leona is the blue-haired military lady. She's super cool. Leona's the one that got you started in fighting games? That's a good start.
Was the herbal medicine again?
That's a good start. My start was Chun-Li, so I also feel like that's a pretty good start.
Oh yeah, this one. Probably.
I can't tell you how many tweets was just like, I could fix her. Or, I don't want to fix her. Ah! She's so spooky.
Now, here comes the airplane. Say, ah. No!
Why fix perfection? Oh no, it's begun!
Some poisons can kill people in the thousands with that amount.
I like that it's always the same customized character as well. He just has to go through hell.
Muscle tone, lethargy, dizziness, visual impairment.
Yeah, Jacob!
Heavy eyelids, intense thirst, loss of speech, vomiting, diarrhea, stomach distension, breathing.
She's listing him off like it was a medical, like, dysfunction pill that you see on commercials. If you're experiencing this, you must immediately call a doctor. Gotta give him a crazy laugh, too. Yeah, the medical commercials. If you were... It's like those depression pills are always like, if you are experiencing more depression, stop taking the depression pill. It basically, that's what she was listing off. I gotta say, she's not for me. Until we see gameplay. The character itself isn't for me. Just like how... I don't know. I think Juri's cool, but I don't go, yeah, she's awesome, right? I'm not a big fan of the crazy lady trope all the time, so. But at the very least, she seems on a whole different spectrum, whereas Juri's like the crazy, I sit in my basement and, I hacker and I steal money and stuff. At least Aki has the murderous crazy, right? She's a bit of a, like a, she's a step up. She's a step up. Seems like bootleg Juri. Nah, at least to me, her personality is a bit more murderous intent, and I like that more. Juri is kind of cringe. She's kind of a basement, especially if you play World Tour mode. She's a basement dweller, cringy person. That's like her whole character. So Aki has a little bit more of the actual, like, adult murderous intent, you know, what would the word be? Tricky, I guess? Manipulative? Whereas Juri's just flat out, yeah, like you. You say Cobra, but my first thought was Flat Guile. She does have, oh my god, her hair is just, like, if it rained outside on Guile's hair. They will give us poison, they give us poison. I don't know. I think JP fills the poison archetype, at least from 5. So I do not expect poison at all anytime soon. Just like I don't expect, like, Lucia or anybody fire themed for a while. The only thing that was surprising, we have Rashid after we have Lily, but Akuma's still best girl. Man, I think I'm the only person out there that doesn't like Akuma very much. Jiraiya has mellowed out, so now they need to take up the crazy evil lady spot. True. Jiri is definitely more mellow. She was even more mellow in the older games. She kind of just did what she was told, and, you know. Even in, like, the movies and stuff, and the OVAs, she was always, like... She didn't really do much that would make you think super duper villain spooky. She just kind of felt henchman-y. Aki, at the very least, gives more of the leader, I am the main bad guy vibe. Until he sells you an orange. I am excited for how they are gonna make Akuma look in 6 because they got rid of the red. He's white-haired now. Goki now has an interesting white lion's mane or something. I hope they don't keep the hair, like, I have to go look at the art, but I hope it's not similar to Street Fighter V hairstyle, because I did not like how he looked in Street Fighter V. The LC roster doesn't call me right now. I agree. The only thing that I care about is Ed. And that's just because I like Ed. I like the character Ed. I never really played him much in 5, but I love who he is. So I'm excited to have him back for that reason. But actually, like, to play them, I don't want to play any of them. Maybe I'll play Ed just because, like I said, I like him. And if they change him up enough to make him more intriguing than he was in 5, because especially, like, the punch mechanic he had, I did not like. It was neat, but I didn't like it. So I'm hoping at the very least they improve his gameplay that I might want to play him. But other than that, none of the characters I really want to play. But we'll absolutely try them. We'll absolutely try them. I feel Akuma and Rashid are carrying the DLC. Ed is more niche taste, but since that, some people like him. I don't know. I don't really feel like Rashid's carrying anything because most people did not really switch to Rashid still. Even the people who mained Rashid in 5 are not playing Rashid. Big Bird, you know, Angry Bird's partner who he plays Marisa. He was a Rashid main. He has not. He's sticking with Marisa. JB, he's going back and forth between Jamie and Rashid, but he's still kind of mainly leaning on Jamie. But he goes 50-50. Oil King, I think he's still Manon for some reason. He hasn't touched Rashid at all yet either. Yeah, all the Rashid mains, they're not playing him. Oh no, Nami. Criminal Cody. I wonder if they'll ever actually bring back if they will bring back Cody, because Cody is currently the mayor, so he can just you can just throw him in there. You can, because Metro City fights just like how Hagar did it. They fight to end disputes and like gang activity and stuff. So they can just be like, he's out fighting people. There you go. Here's Cody. Like I think Cody is definitely a pretty real possibility to put into 6. But my only reason why I think maybe not is because he's an older legacy character. And we really haven't seen any real hints towards older characters like that. Ed is a kid. Ed is like 3 years old or something, right? He's younger than Sid, if I recall, comparatively. Ed doesn't have a lot of personality from what I've seen. I could be wrong. I only know him as the other twin Shadowloo. He has some good. I really like his story mode and what he's kind of going through. I really liked his sort of breakup with Balrog, or Boxer, as some people might know him as. Because Boxer was raising him. Boxer raised him from a kid. He took him out of the Shadowloo base when it was like falling apart. Ed has been around as a character since I think Street Fighter 4, and 5 is when they actually made him into something. Because in one of the endings or OVAs or something, I don't remember, it's been a while since I watched that stuff, Boxer finds him as the Shadowloo base is being destroyed, and he's the one that takes him in. Originally, he was like a whole, like, I'm gonna use this kid, get some money or whatever, and then he ends up, like, caring for him. And then Ed's like, you know what? I can't learn anything from you anymore. I understand you're just using me, so I'm gonna go help take care of all the people who are used just like me, and I'm gonna leave you. And that's kind of what his story was. So, that's why I like Ed. He has that whole, you know, dilemma that he went through, and I liked his story. I want a Ibuki or Makoto. I do not expect Ibuki. I do not expect Ibuki at all anytime soon, specifically because we have Kimberly. We already have the ninja for the game. Makoto would be cool, though. If they had Ibuki, I would have a true main. I do not expect Ibuki at all. Who's the lady Ed stole the haircut from? I don't remember her. What? Falk? What are you talking about? Who's the lady Ed stole his haircut from? Talking about Falk? Oh, speaking of, I don't know if anybody remembers Street Fighter V's, like, Ed's story mode. There were two other experimented kids, and one of them was a gorilla. One of them was a sentient, like, fully psycho-infused gorilla. And I hope that becomes a real thing sometime. Elena, or Elena, I don't know. I don't know. I want her to, but I don't know. I don't know if she will. I think Sagat would be a cool thing to come back because Sagat would continue this whole rivalry that he has with Ryu. Because he still wants to beat him one day, but I don't know if anytime soon they're gonna bring in more Shotos, because they already have Akuma, and then so then they'll have so many. Fighting game lore is definitely interesting. I do agree there. So what else happened? Emo announcements. I gotta remember everything else that happened. Oh! I can't believe I forgot about her. I forgot about two. I forgot about two different characters that were announced for Tekken. Grand Blue Fantasy got a new reveal? That's nice. Midnight Star Cowboy is not MK1. You just have to keep hugging the custom Aaron Black pillow. Good night, Alex. Yeah, I will continue to turn around every day and pray to my Aaron Black shrine and hope one day he'll get there. But at the very least, I have Smoke or Reptile or Johnny. Those are the threes that look really interesting to me. So I will still have somebody I think I want to play no matter what. And that's at least what I look forward to. Alright. So we have 2 Tekken trailers to watch. And I will say one of them makes me actually want... I already am going to pick up Tekken 8 and try Tekken 8. But this... The girl specifically actually makes me want to play Tekken. Because she's on a lot... Like, her playstyle looks like something for me. And that's what I look forward to. But let's take a look at the first trailer. My eyes! Mortal 1 combat. They both go that, like, realistic approach.
Witness the results of my training.
He's so cool!
Get ready for the next battle. Tekken 8. New challenger. Raven.
So last game it was Master Raven, so this is just Raven. He's from older Tekkens, if I recall. Like, he looks really cool, too. With the shadow clones. He's got smoke vibes. Don't. And I'm wondering with all, like, the Tekken mechanics, if it will be more of the flow of what I like in a fighting game. Like the dashes and stuff that you, I forget what it's called. Oh man, he looks so cool. Oh, that looked like a, I don't know if that was parry or a punish. Oh, so cool. Man, that's sick. He's sick. Nothing personal, kid.
My ninjutsu has evolved to a new level.
He's so cool. He's so cool. Yeah, that's what it is. Heat dash, I think is what it is. Yeah. That mechanic specifically is actually what's drawing me into Tekken 8. It reminds me of dashing. At least what I envision it in my head is dashing in Mortal Kombat 10, Mortal Kombat X. That's kind of how my brain is processing what heat dash is. I didn't get to play Tekken 8, so I don't know. I'm hoping I get to get into the next beta, but I am hopeful for Tekken 8 being maybe the Tekken that gets me into actually trying Tekken. I watched an anime like this. Okay, and then there was the other lady. The new lady. The lady that made everybody go wild. I can't tell you how loud everyone was when they showed this girl. She's new and had more hype for the returning character of Raven. He's Naruto, but not boring. Yes. Kind of teases online and cringe and cool, and I don't hate it. Raven, I think he's on the cool. I think Raven's on the cool. He reminds me of Blade, and I think that's why. I think that's why I like Raven, is because he reminds me of Blade. Like, even with the glasses and, like, the black outfit, it just straight up reminds me of Blade. Alright. And then, next. This lady. This lady seems like she has the playstyle for me, though. Straight, rush, and a bit tricky. So that's why I am a bit drawn to her. But we won't know until I actually play the game. Wah! Tyler, I don't think he ever will because he's Marvel and that's Disney, and Disney doesn't like that. She's so cute!
Soy la reina del café.
Get ready for the next battle. Tekken 8.
Tekken!
New challenge.
Es hora de entrar. Aquí viene el espectáculo de su cena.
I love her arena too. Peruvian. Look at her arena. I love it. With all the alpacas. Are they llamas or are they alpacas? Look at that! It's so cool! Ah, being able to like call out things and dodge them. That is so cool. Absolute girl boss? Oh, 100%. Woo-wee! She just looks satisfying. They are short. So short is alpaca. Oh no, she's French. Look at that! So cool. It must be so satisfying to pull that kind of thing off. Ooh, and the stage is so cool. And the ghosts. Boop. Oh, in the face. Oh, here it comes. Oh, no. It's so funny. I hope that's every time she wins. She's so cute and she's so cool. I am very, very excited for how she's gonna turn out. Cause like I said, if she how I envision one, the mechanics, and two, how she plays is all like a nice little bundle, I think that might be like a good sign of I will enjoy it. We stand Coffee Queen. You have no idea how obnoxious it was as soon as she appeared. I opened my phone, and there was nothing but coffee and Coffee Queen jokes and anything in between of that's my new waifu. Like it was a lot. Coffee Girl's my Tekken waifu already. Steve, I don't know. Because especially so, from what I have understood of the people, the Peruvian people who have been very excited about her, it's that people have been saying that she's fairly accurate to like the culture, but I won't say anything of my opinion because I do not know and it is not my culture. Gonna be addicted to coffee after that? The funny thing is I like coffee, I just can't drink it because I can't have caffeine. Hi, Gotenks! Hello! Coffee giving is kind of unfunny. I go with unfunny. Fair enough, Nami. I had to relocate a mouse? Oh, is he out free now? Living the dream? You're too kind. Alright, what else happened? More Kombat, Raven. Oh, we got another trailer we gotta watch. Also, I listened to it in English. We'll play it in English. Normally, I play with the Japanese voices for Guilty Gear. But is his English voice Liam O'Brien? It sounds like him. I might be wrong. Two, they made him have a Western accent. They made him be a cowboy. I laughed so hard. I was like, I did not expect this voice from Johnny. Hold on, let me make sure this is the English one. No, that's the Japanese one. Where's the English? Here it is. We'll also watch the update as well trailer. Here we go. Bop, bop, bop.
Ooh, you're pretty good. I'm just a little better.
Hi, John. Hi, Becky. I am very happy it ended up being Johnny, though. I know there are so many people who stan like ABBA and Slayer, but Johnny is so much cooler than all of them.
The Joker's just a clown when you don't win.
Well, he ain't got no shirt. He never wears a shirt.
Gonna repay that with interest.
It doesn't look like he has his mist mechanic, which is interesting. Probably couldn't fit it in.
If you've got sour grapes,
Does he have coins? I wonder if he has coins at all.
I respect that.
He's so cool.
You won't be
Oh, so cool.
be the last man standing.
Man, Johnny's so cool. Blazing, still my heart is blazing. Don't need a new world order, you. Yeah, so I don't know. I actually do not have a guess of who these are gonna be. So Johnny is in 12 days. So I'm assuming the next character is winter, late winter probably. But I have no idea who these are gonna be. I'm hoping at least one of them is a new character. At least one. But I have, at this point, no guesses of what the next characters are gonna be. Or is this man 6-shooter? He's a cowboy samurai. He doesn't need it. Katana-wielding gambler cowboy is pretty peak. And he's not a new character either. He's a returning one. He's an old character. Maybe guest character? Guilty Gear is not one to normally have guest characters, but I wouldn't put him past him. It would be neat to see, though. But yeah, and now let me get the update one. I am genuinely happy that they picked Johnny, though. And I'm hoping he's as it's Strive, so he won't be as complex as he was in XRD. I'm hoping at the very least he's still on the higher echelon of skill level to play him. Because even though Johnny was destructive and cheap in Xrd, he was very hard to play. And you had to earn that cheapness. And I hope some of that essence is still there. Now let's go to the game updates. The game updates. It was first, right? Yeah, okay, it's here. Zato 2.0. With how hard it was to link, like, coins and stuff in Xrd, I feel like I recall him being a little bit harder to play than Zato. Is Strive cross-platform? It should be. I think the last update, like 6 months ago, made it cross-platform. As well as I think it's on Xbox and stuff now, too. Can't wait for the guest character Kingdom Hearts with Goofy. I think Smash beat them to that. I don't know if we're ever going to see that. Sam Show Trade. I think that is actually a possibility. That would be cool, Leon. Yeah, actually, that's a good idea. At the very least, it could be Sam Show. Yeah, the coins would stack too. Yeah. Absolutely, Ezekiel. I'm hoping, as we're about to watch, they're having an update patch. I'm hoping Sin is not trash. If Sin is still trash, by the time Johnny comes out, I may have to move on. Because Sin is garbage. Just peak garbage. So I hope they give him something. At least make eating worth it. Just make eating worth it. I will keep his terrible normals. The worst normals in the game, but make eating at least do something. Give me that theme back. That's all I ask. Alright. So this is, Johnny's in here too, but the first, like, minute is, the update. So we'll talk about that.
Body's bullshit. Body's bullshit. Blazing.
Is blazing. So this was funny. My mouse is still double clicking. Oh, I should pull up the so if you guys watch the live VOD of this instead of just the video, as soon as they showed May and this, everybody in the crowd went, no! Everybody, you just hear, no! Actually, I should probably pull it up. It's too funny. It's too funny. Here it is. Bow, bow, no. Oh yeah, and there's like new mechanics in general too. Blah, 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 blah. Where's the video? Here we go. No, the lyrics is that is. No! Added 6 of 15 initial roster characters. So it was a sin, but it says initial roster, not the DLC roster. So she used to have this sort of mechanic, May, in Xrd, where she could it wasn't exactly, but it was sort of, she could have like a fake dolphin, so she could do a high-low mix-up after hiding behind a dolphin. She could send out a fake one and then write a real one, and you have to guess which one she's doing. So like it's sort of like bringing that kind of essence back to it. Hair hands? Yes. A quick rundown of Milia and Zato. They have a thing called the Beast, which is a thing that like they trade something that they care about for power. Zato was his eyes, Milia was her hair, so her hair is a living thing that lives on her head. I don't Ram didn't need anything. She's still one of the best characters in the game. Anji having that smash is really good, though. Anything that they give Anji makes me happy. These do cost meter, and I'm glad basically they put Drive Rush in the game. they just put Drive Rush in the game basically. It costs meter, costs 50% of your meter. But this is just Drive Rush. it's basically the concept is Drive Rush. Happy Chaos didn't get anything. They're showing the universal mechanics right now. They have one offense, one defense. One of them is basically Drive Rush. And the shield is like you spend meter and it pushes them back during a block string. I don't really have an equivalent for that at the top of my head, so I don't know how to really describe it, but it showed it pretty well. And the Johnny. Everybody going crazy. Everybody go crazy. Ah, I'm glad you can see his eyes. He's quite a handsome guy. Don't they have RC though? So yellow Roman cancel forces neutral. It forces everybody back and gives you space. Whereas the shield, it looks like it puts you in a state where you can immediately start being aggressive. Makes you a bit more on the plus side. Maybe not plus, but like 0 maybe. I would have to watch it a little bit more. It seems to be a defensive offensive tool, if that makes sense. Whereas yellow is straight defensive. What divorced older women would wear, like Lady D. You know what? I can see it. So what else was announced? Oh yeah, I have no connection. I have no connection to Guilty, or not Guilty Gear. I have no connection to League of Legends, but they did announce the next character going to be in Project L. Who is for sure Liam O'Brien, right? And we'll take a look. He isn't? Oh, then I wonder who's Yasuo.
Go with the wind.
He sounds just like him. Have you seen? I don't know a single thing about Project L. All of my knowledge of Project L is passive posts on Twitter. I have not looked at anything about it. Because I actually... The more I look at it, the more I don't want to play it. Next gen, Liam. I keep getting the double click. But for me... I hate the UI to an every time I look at it, I get more and more annoyed about the UI. It's so ugly. It's so unintuitive to me, and it makes me so deterred from the game. I think it is horrid. Which is good because this is still Project L, doesn't have an official name yet. We only got like 6 characters, you know, it's still down the road, we'll see. But the UI is disgusting. Oh no, they added cringe to the roster. Again, I don't know anything about League. I will never touch League again. I played it like for a day, and it is one of the worst gaming experiences I think I've ever had. And it was boring. I don't care about League. I care about the fighting game. And only specifically because this fighting game is going to be free. Do I have any interest? If this game costs money, I was not going to play it. It's like Marvel Infinite, kind of. That gives me some hope. Like I said, I don't know anything about the actual game. Hey, big talk for an Apex player. Hey, I at least have the willpower to stop playing Apex when it's not fun anymore and they have problems. I haven't touched it and I'm not going to play the new season because it has problems. Blah. Ah, it's so ugly.
Hey everyone.
I don't care. I don't care. Like, look, it's so ugly. It's so ugly. Why? This UI is so bad. Tell us why it's ugly. One, the aesthetic itself does not feel like it actually belongs within League of Legends. Or does it feel like the UI actually pairs with the aesthetic of what I'm looking at, for one. Two is it does not convey the information in a way that is intuitive. Specifically, especially with the health bar and how you have incoming damage as a white bar, makes me so mad. Because most games especially have white as chip. But it's supposed to be like incoming or regenerated damage, right? I'm assuming when you switch characters. But it's white. At the very least, they could have made it like blue. Like Dragon Ball, where you can actually like intuitively understand what it is. The white doesn't make sense to me. It is so bad. Why does it have 2 supers? Because each character has its own super meter. And what exactly Berserker, worst of all, is associated with League. I will actually still stand by this game is probably going to be good. I have only heard good things about the gameplay itself. And I will definitely still play it. But it has these nitpicky things that frustrate me. But everybody who plays it, everything that I've seen, everybody's like, it's simple, but it has high skill ceiling. It's really made with intent of the FGC and stuff. So I have hope, but I really hope they fix the UI. Discuss more in depth. It's hard when I don't have fun watching it because it's so ugly to me. That's the hard part, is I don't want to watch the gameplay because it's just sucks. It sucks, right? The visuals of it sucks. Doesn't it look similar to DBFZ UI? Gods no. DBFC's UI is way more tangible to read than this to me. Yeah, so the reason why both characters have their own super bar is because they're making Project L a 2v2 game or a 2v1 game. By that I mean not like you play one character and or you get two characters, like say you were Skullgirls and you get to customize how many characters are on your team. It is as in how many players are playing the game together. So 2v2 means 2 players, 1 each character on 1 team. So it's specifically because Yasuo would say is me, and Ari here is Steve. So it's 2v2. And then this one we could say Darius here is Leon, and Echo here is Crumpets. And the four of us are playing this game together. That is why it is like that. It doesn't have to be. You can play solo. But I'm assuming it's 2v2 because it's like they're really... They want that hypeness of a team game kind of thing. But I don't know how far it will go. I don't know how far I'll go in the competitive scene. It is all up in the air. I do not know how this game is going to go. Yes, it is a very ugly solution. This game UI is just awful. How they do in DBZ Fighters? It's a tag fighter, you know, with an assist, but it's just different. You're not admiring the big man in front of you? Oh no, Darius is obviously a beautiful man. I don't have 3 other friends to play it. Well, Ezekiel, that's where you got it right behind you. You could play solo still. They had that in the last announcement.
It's the wind with his blade.
I don't care about the lore.
In and out of a versatile stance, giving him tools for every situation.
I do like that he's a stance character. Immediately I'm like, alright, maybe. I love stance characters. I would have preferred to have a character icon bigger and less stylized, make it more easy to read from afar. It just doesn't, like... Exactly. Like, I don't know about how big it should be. At the very least, the way it is aligned and stylized does not convey the information well enough to me. Even just something simple as changing the colors for, like, player 1, player 2, or something. Because just making, like, this bar on top bigger doesn't really... Like, they're so close, you could get lost, maybe. Again, the white health still really bugs me. I wish it was, like, blue. Or even a darker red on top of the lighter red so that you could see which is recoverable and which one is not as bad. Because the white just makes it look like it's, like, I don't know, it doesn't make sense to me. It probably does within the game, but it just does not make sense to me when I've come from other fighting games. As LoL player, so far, they've only added champs I don't like or outright hate, Yas, even though the game itself interests me. They have... what? There's like 3 other characters they already have announced that are coming into the game. They just haven't really showcased them yet. But yeah, I don't... Right? It was Jinx. There's like another big lady and someone else, if I recall. Yeah, the only character I like is Darius because he's a big guy. But, I also have no interest. The character I liked the most when I played League itself was I liked the bird. There's a bird lady and like a big buff pink guy. And I liked the dog man, the wolf guy, and I liked the dragon lady, I think. I think those are the only characters I liked. Can I fix this on game discussion? Yeah, even just making it a doled out color would absolutely fix it. Just what it is now is just obnoxious to me, and I don't like it. And I could just sit here and just continuously say I don't like it the whole time, but They at least have the emotes from League as victory poses. I don't know.
He can outplay with mix-ups. He can go to the air for the hand of Noxus. Noxus is Runeterra's brutal, expansionist empire. As a ruthless, axe-wielding general,
I don't know.
Hits like a truck. He owns the mid-range, and he's relentless on offense too. Once he wounds his opponent,
Like, is it chip? I don't understand. Is the red chip?
They'll take huge chip damage from everything.
Is the red chip? That's like health that's you're losing.
To keep the pressure coming.
But then there's like recoverable health still with the red. I don't like it. I'm sorry, I don't like it. I gotta move on. I gotta move on. I gotta move on. I gotta move on. Oh, I have dinner here. Oh. Gauge in health is ugly, yes. The gauge also is very ugly. Project L takes an L. Just in the UI, I think the game itself is going to be very fun. And I stand by defending the game in its gameplay. I I look at the UI and I get angry. And I don't get angry. I get sad, right? I get sad because I just sit there and I go, if you are not a fighting game player who can intuitively understand health bars and super bars, you'll get confused. And that's always my biggest concern of like fighting games in general, is if you like look at something, you understand what you're looking at. Which is why something like Street Fighter is always like the epitome of usually the UI. It might be ugly, but at least you understand it, right? So that's always the thing that I worry about. Just not her vibe. The thing is I love tag fighters. I love tag fighters. My third most played fighting game ever is Dragon Ball FighterZ. I do really like tag fighters. But it needs cleaned. It needs cleaned up. It's not even like no official release date. It's still even not an official name yet. It's like pre-alpha. You know, it's not there yet. They have time. But that's just my 2 cents out there, Riot Games. And I still haven't touched Arcade. But I think that's it for all the major announcements that happened. Watch it. I will. I'm double checking to make sure I didn't miss anything. Yeah, the only other thing is that there's the TMNT collab going on with Street Fighter, and I don't care. Don't ever watch Arcane. Okay, I was told yes and no, so I'm going to sit on it until I forget about it. Because that's how I roll. Oh, here. I'll wrap up with showing some pictures and stuff of my... I didn't get very many. Well, actually, I got a lot, but they were all like, I don't think they were ones I should, like, show. So, I picked out all the ones. But, speaking of Project L, I can show you the Project L line. How do I, like, minimize this? There we go. There we go. Alright, so we'll go here. So, I took a picture of the Project L line. This is day 2 as well. This is like everybody has probably already played pools and are out of their matches, right? This is like 3 p.m. And this, you see this black fence right here? You see this black fence? Okay, so it goes all the way over here, wraps around, takes a sharp turn here, goes all the way back here. There is half of the convention center from all the way back over here. Half of the convention center, it goes straight back that way. And then it wraps around back that way. It was like a 5-hour wait. And I was just not, I looked at it and I said no. I said no. But yeah, it was a huge line. It was huge. Because I think the reason why it also took so long was because you got like a time frame to play. Also, I feel bad. I forgot to hide that guy's face. But you got, I think, like a good chunk of time to actually play and learn. And I think that was another big thing of why it took so long. Because I remember my very first Evo, I forget what game it was. But you only got a 2 set. You only got a best of 2. Best 2-2. I forgot what game I was playing. And that was it, right? This one, it was like you had like 30 minutes or something. And that's like that's like 10 games, dude. It was a lot. What did you play? I actually did not get to test a single game. The only thing I did was I watched a lot of Mortal Kombat 1. And I watched a little bit of Tekken 8, but I was too busy. I was all over the place. There was a lot of things I was doing, and like watching friends' matches and stuff, so most of my day was just very busy. I did do friendly matches. I did do, what was it? On day 2, I had, maybe like 3-4 hours of friendly matches, which was a lot of fun. How was Tekken? Tekken, I didn't get hands-on, obviously, but it looked like Tekken is such a game of just hypeness, right? You can't go wrong with how hype Tekken is. So you're just watching it and you're going, oh, ooh, ah, visually appealing. The only thing, again, I don't really understand Tekken, so I can't like describe like the mechanics or anything while I was watching. It just looked cool. So let me go to the next page. When's Marvel? Joke's on you. I watched a lot of Marvel. Cause when I was there, do I have a picture of me watch? I could even prove I was watching Marvel. That's me watching Final. Where's Marvel? Oh, I don't have the picture. I did watch a lot of Marvel. I watched a lot of Marvel because conveniently when my friend was playing Marvel, was also the same time that like 6 big names were playing around him. Here, I'll put this. Here's the entrance, into the Evo. But yeah, so if you go right over here was like all of the booths for, if you went straight back, all the way back was like Artist Alley. Directly around this corner was Tekken 8, like right here around this wall. In the middle, right next to Tekken 8 was Capcom, so it was Street Fighter 6 and their booth. Right behind Tekken then, following the wall, was the Chipotle booth. And then across from Chipotle was Project L at the very back. And for some reason, they had a huge, right directly straight through, like behind this pillar. It was huge, like center was Crunchyroll. And they kept playing like live karaoke. And it was the strangest thing. I don't know, I understand why Crunchyroll was there, because they're targeting their audience of a bunch of weebs going to play weeb games. But I didn't understand what they were doing. I was so lost. They had like live karaoke in the center. Like, they were like good people, right? But it was all like anime openings and stuff, and I was just sitting there like, this is really good, but why are you here? Why is this happening? They're selling these new Chipotle. That sounds like a disaster waiting to happen. Chipotle is an official sponsor of EVO and of the Capcom Pro Tour. Chipotle is going all in on supporting fighting games. Even at the Chipotle place, I got a bunch of free stuff. They gave me like free stickers and pins and stuff. They also had it so like one if you got out of pools, you got a free Chipotle card for 1 free entree. As well as you got a bag. A backpack. Or if you went over the Chipotle booth and you won their tournaments, their solo tournaments that they were doing like every hour, then you also got to win like a backpack and stuff. So they were doing like a lot of things there. Yeah, they had basically a swag bag that you could win. So they had a ton of stuff. Because Chipotle, no, everybody got sick of EVO because there's one guy who was probably, you know, patient zero. New meta? I don't know, Leon. I was very surprised. I don't think it was like... Oh, not only did they have karaoke, but right next to it, they had a DJ booth. And they were just playing weeb music. Like, it was good music, you know, it was fun music, but nobody was standing. It was so funny. Nobody was standing there. Nobody. It was maybe like one or two dudes who worked at the booth, and it was the guy like doing remixes of anime songs and stuff, and it was just like these two guys with their glow sticks that they would like hand out for people to dance with. It was just these two guys working there dancing. Nobody stopped really at the Crunchyroll booth. It was so funny. They were targeting, oh, absolutely FGC and their waifus they were targeting, man. May I ask what your go-to fighting game is and your favorite character to use? Hi, Dying! Good to see you! My favorite fighting game character of all time is Aaron Black. Followed by Cammy White from Street Fighter. My favorite character to use is usually anything Rushdown, which is what those two would be next to. But yeah, Aaron Black for sure. Mortal Kombat is my number one. My number one game. Not the best game, but is my number one. So I stand a lot by my cowboy. Something about hearing Chipotle being a sponsor makes me like, I don't know why I wouldn't laugh at McDonald's part, but Chipotle is funny. Chipotle out of everything is also very interesting. I don't know why Chipotle, like, of all like the fast food sponsors, I'm surprised Chipotle. Yeah. Cammy and Aaron are my yin and my yang. They should have had anime fighting games at the booth. They didn't have any fighting games. They only had, like, anime merch and anime-themed stuff and Crunchyroll-themed merch and stuff. They didn't have specifically anything fighting game. I think they did lean in like, the Fate Grand stuff because it's the same universe as Melty Blood. So I think they had some stuff like that, but I think that was the closest they connected to anything fighting games at their booth. Oh, Ezekiel! They literally the yin and the yang. Today I learned Cammy's last name is White. You're welcome. Goku Black is their favorite DBFZ character, I assume. Wrong. It is actually Android 21. But good guess. Aaron, my original first team for Dragon Ball FighterZ when I first started playing it was 21 Beerus Black. Now it's 21 Beerus 21. But originally it was Goku Black in that slot. For the longest time. He's usually still my backup though, because I don't play Dragon Ball FighterZ anymore and I don't know how to play Lab Coat. I watched the former pros Sneaky and Metios? Watched the NA LOL Pro Games, and first day of this week, Sneaky was out with the coof. Speculation next day is Sneaky was Patient Zero at Evo. No! We even know who Patient Zero could be. That son of a bee. I looked out in the factor, like I said, I interacted with like no names. So I didn't worry about it. I was just with my friends the whole time. Did they have Dragon Ball merch at least? I don't recall. I do not recall seeing it. Inside of me, there are two wolves. Aaron Black and Cammy White. Opening Black. Kinda, yeah. That would actually be good. But from here, immediately left from here is the start of the stages. This one right here, against this wall. So there's two on each wall. And then they had like announcement and showcase screen on the very by itself on one wall. So right here, immediately on this wall was Marvel. As well as I think day one of Melty. And then next to it was King of Fighters, if I recall. This one back here was Dragon Ball FighterZ, and then this one back here was Tekken, if I recall. And then since they trade off on the days, Mortal Kombat I think was this one as well. And then that one with Tekken on it was day 2, I think, Melty. So they moved around a bit, but mostly they stayed where they were. I know Dragon Ball Finals was on this one back here, all the way in the back. Did I get to play any Idol Showdown? I did not. I actually didn't even see their booth. I was told that they were going to have a booth, but I did not even see it. Because I walked this whole area, Cause I remember the layout. Like this back wall was Artist Alley right here, and it continued on a little bit more, and then the very back wall, like all the way in the corner, had like personal like interview stuff in booths. Like Jay Wong's booth was back there and stuff. That was just like people and names were back there. I did not see Idol Showdown at all. Right here, right behind directly the sign, it went like the help desk, and then right behind it was the community showcase tournament. So I had like Skullgirls, and Killer Instinct and Soul Calibur and games like that were right here on this wall. And I did not see any Idol Showdown. I didn't see anybody talk about it. I didn't see anything on the screen. I don't know how I missed it, but I didn't see any Idol Showdown. I actually forgot it was there. There was so little Idol Showdown anywhere that I forgot it was there until you just told me. But here, let me check the next peak show real quick. Yeah, rip to those guys. Okay, here's a picture of where I can kind of show you some of the standings. So this is, you know, Street Fighter we can see is being played right here. Which direction am I facing? Oh, there's the Mortal Kombat 1 booth. So this is the entrance over here. So that's the Community Showcase 1 right there. That's the Community Showcase screen. So then to my right over here is I think Melty was being played. And then Street Fighter was over on the wall right here behind. So going this way, Street Fighter, and then Mortal Kombat was the next one over. I think Dragon Ball was the other one at the time. Feels quite niche. Well, I mean, all the games that are niche are played over here. But I didn't see anybody play it. Because I was generally in this area for day 1. So unless it was on day 2 and I just happened to miss it, because day 2 was my explore stuff day. Day 1 was me watching like all my friends play and stuff. So I was over here in Street Fighter. I was over in Marvel. I was over in Mortal Kombat. And I was over in Dragon Ball a lot. So those are the main things I watched. But yeah, unless it was day 2 where I wasn't in this area, I didn't see anything. Isn't that like a free Hololive? Yeah, so the Idol Showdown is the free fan-made fighting game of Hololive Idols. Yeah, I'll have to see, because all the Community Showcase games were streamed. So I wonder if I just somehow missed it. Right, Skullgirls, Soul Calibur, I think old Guilty Gear, all of that was streamed on this one. So I wonder if I just completely missed it. So what else do I got? Let's take another look. Oh, I have a picture from another angle from where I was standing. So you can see right there, barely you could see. Marvel's being played over here. I think that's whoops. I think that's a Zero. A Zero doing a Charge Buster maybe that we could see. Guilty Gear's being played right there. And this was like the current showcase and or you know, just expanded game. I think that's Majin on the commentary there. So I think that's some more Street Fighter there. I don't know. As you can see, I was watching Dragon Ball when I'm over here, because there's Dragon Ball right there, Dragon Ball right there. Did you join in on the Pikmin 4 esports scene? I did not. I didn't know that there even was. Is there such thing as a Pikmin esports scene? Because I don't know. But yeah, so this is another look. Even the lights are shaped in the Evo logo. And you can see how many people were here. Just how many. Just between these. This is day... Is it... what day was this? I think this is day 1. Pretty sure this is day 1. And this is all just people playing. People playing. This is only, you can only see 3, 4, 5. So the way that these were lined up is they were in rows. and then columns. So you can see it goes, you know, 310, 311's right there, 312's right there, and this is 410. So it went from 0 to, I think, 17 for the ending numbers, and then it went to 9, I think, for rows. So this keeps going. This keeps going. Yeah, Coney invented it. I don't know who Coney is. Hi, Snake. What was that noise? I think it's half the joke, but Pikmin 4 unironically has PvP, so it's just that. Pikmin 4 really has PvP? Good night, Damascus! Have a good one! Thanks for hanging out! But I think this is also, obviously, like, this is the end of the pools. The one thing I think that is pretty funny about Evo is, like, as soon as pools, like, one setup is no longer being used because they're further down in their bracket, immediately people will be like, is this free? Can I play? Is this casuals? Can I play? Is this free? And that's basically what happened. It's so funny. One big thing of why I continue to stand by why consoles are garbage. So the PlayStations were getting so hot running Street Fighter and all the other games, specifically PS5. So they were only running Street Fighter because everything else worked on PS4. Specifically PS5s, they were melting people's controllers. PS5s, and they turned them off. They went in between brackets, so the referees have to turn off all the consoles after the bracket is over to make them cool down. Like, that's just always been a standard for Evo and any fighting game tournament. You have to turn them off so that you don't ruin the console, right? Within, like, the 2-hour time span of doing a bracket, they were melting people's controllers. Legitimately. So, there were so many setups of, that went from 4 consoles to, like, 3 to 2. Because, so, the PS5 only has 1 USB port in the front and has 2 in the back. So, no matter what, one person has to have their controller plugged into the back where the exhaust and stuff is, like the fans and, like, most of the heat is going through. So, what kept happening is the USB ports were melting to the ports from the controllers, and the parts would come out. Like, people would pull out their controller, and the USB ports would come out with it. It was terrible. I was scared to play on these. I brought my own setup, thankfully. I brought a gaming laptop with me, and they always have, like, bring your own console setups in tournaments. Which is, they had one all the way in the further back, and then all the way past all these, there were a couple of tables where you could set up. So I brought my own, and that's where I played against people, because I did not trust the PS5s. I usually like my PS5, but because that wasn't designed well. No! The PS5 is not designed well at all. Burn Hazard, how is Sony getting away with this? I don't think they thought it through. Yeah, I need something, apparently, to bring with me. But yeah, so that was like a big thing happening, was people were losing their controllers or their cables, and the PS5s were breaking. I am surprised with how many PS5s they lost. Like, I want to say at least every setup lost at least one. So that's like 15 PS5s that they couldn't use anymore. I'm surprised they still finished in time. To make sure they had time for, Sunday. You hear how Red Dead Remake came out on the PS4, but not the PS5? Wait, they are actually remaking it? I only saw that they were putting it on the Switch. I didn't see they're actually doing it for PS4. Is it even rentable to lose that many PS5s? I mean, Evo is owned by Sony. They bought it out, you know, when they went under about the bad things that happened. So Sony bought it. So it's their consoles anyway, so they don't have a problem. It's more about the supply and demand. That's the case I have for my PC. They quit making them 10 years ago, so they are hard to find. Oh, I see. I mean, if they want to figure out how to make their game run on those, I appreciate it. Yeah, So I'm hoping they either have like a PS5 super turbo awesome extravaganza by the time next Evo, or else this is gonna be the same thing that happens. I don't expect them to make PCs the main console that they're gonna use for Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat because of the pure factor of it being owned by Sony for Evo. And they're still doing it for the face of the company or whatever. I just hope that they have like a better system by that time. They have 2 handles built into top and space for like 22 fans. Dang! Yeah, they definitely need that. Just unpack a PS5 and put it in there. Do what they do with old arcade cabinets. How they just take it apart, glue it to a board, and they just plug it into a CRT. Just do the same thing that they do. Take apart, smack it all onto a piece of plywood, and there you go. No problem there. You just got one model and everybody play on the same specs. Yes. PC specs, they can do the same thing. I mean, they do it at LAN events for FPSs. Example, Apex. But it's more of it's not really about the specs, it's about who owns the tournament. New version of PS5 might come out late this year or next year. Okay, I hope so, because then hopefully things won't be so bad. All right, let me look at the next picture. Oh. This is, I think, the only named match I remember to take a picture of. I watched Hook play, which was pretty cool. This is Hook in his pools. I conveniently was just like walking by. I watched Hook play, and then over at Marvel, I think I took a picture of it, but I don't remember if it's still on my phone. Marvel, I watched a lot of big names. For Marvel, I watched Apology Man, I Heart Justice, what is his name again? Man, I had to remember people's names. KBR, I think it was, I watched, and who else? There was another big name in a friend's pool, who now I can't say. But there was another one I watched. I love Hooked. Who's Hook? Who's Hook? Hook and God, he's right here. I mainly only know him for Dragon Ball Fighters. I don't know what else he plays, though. I've seen him play other fighters, but I don't think he's gone, like, pro with the rest of them. I Heart Justice sounds familiar. Is he on Life Arrow before? Yes, I Heart Justice is, like, if you ever watch his Marvel or Dragon Ball videos, he's a Videl main, and he's a, Phoenix Wright main. If anything, people want bulkier, more reliable PS5s. I think so, yes. I hate the attempts to make everything like slim versions. I'd rather have something more functional than small. Videl, yeah. He's the Videl main. Yeah, his team is Phoenix, Captain America. What's his third? I gotta remember his third. Doctor Strange, right? If I recall. Because he has he has them set up for his Phoenix Wright to get evidence and stuff. All right, what else do I got? Oh, this is me watching more Hook. Because I watched that match that he did before, and then he went on stream. So this is another Hook match that I watched. He won. This guy that he was fighting was close, though. I think he fumbled and almost won a game, or it was like 3-1 or something. I don't remember. But Hook did Hook things, and he was on last character, and it was Piccolo. Piccolo carried him and won the game. Though I still think Broly is his most powerful at this point. DBZ is a fighting game. I probably know most because the Green Man got the funny animations. The Green Man does have the funny animations. He's got the a big stretchy hand. But yeah. I forgot to take pictures, but I watched Mortal Kombat. I watched the Mortal Kombat pools. And I watched Foxy, and I watched I think Katana Prime was there, and then I watched the twins, and their names I always get mixed up. That JP player I thought played Phoenix Wright didn't even play Phoenix Wright. I don't know why I thought he did. Oh, you know more than me, to be fair. But it's no worries. I still think the most interesting that I watched was, again, I really liked watching Phoenix Wright because it was interesting. But I liked watching Apology Man's team. I was standing next to people who knew what they were watching, and I was like, oh, who's this like red guy, and what is he doing? And he's like, oh, so Apology Man has a team where if he gets one hit, he wins. And I was like, what? How does that work? And it was really neat to watch. It was a game I was remembering for 10 years ago. Ah, I see. You know, Green Man may have been confused. I mean, funny YouTube man in the green jacket. Funny YouTube man in the green jacket. Who's the funny YouTube man in green jacket? Oh, you mean Lythera. Does he play Firebrand? Yes, he plays Firebrand. Dr. Doom. And, what's his name? He's a goblin-looking guy. What's his name? What's his name? What is his name? Okay, bye, Tiberian. But yeah, he apparently invented this team, like, a long time ago. That Firebrand has this, like, really bad move, but it's unblockable if he charges it up. Scroll, that was his. Scroll. So he invented that team. Green Goblin? Nah. He looks like Green Goblin. His name's Scroll. Steve's got me. But yeah, Apology Man invented that team like 12 years ago or something. And he's like the pioneer of it. And I didn't see anybody else playing it, surprisingly. I only saw Apology Man play it, and I'm glad that he like was dedicated to his team with it. But yeah, that team has an unblockable that Firebrand does. And then he has Dr. Doom and Scroll on specific assists and supers. To make it so that they're guaranteed hits. So they unblockable, and then he one-touches them and they die. But the hard thing is getting that one touch in the corner to make sure or the one touch to bring him to the corner to get the death. And the snap-ins. And that was really neat to actually, he has such an efficient team, but he needs that one thing. And all the other characters in the game are so good. Like, he just was like, get beat up by like a single Virgil or something, you know, and then he'd have that one-hit wonder and then they're dead, right? It was really interesting to watch for me. Speaking of Phoenix Wright, that game would be a great game to play on Steam. I agree, and I think if I recall, Ace Attorney, I think Tiberian gifted me the first 3 Ace Attorney games, so I actually could play them at some point. I didn't, oh man, I can't believe I forgot to take the picture of the whole thing. But this picture, so I, for some reason, forgot to take a picture of the left half, but this is a big wall that keeps going for the history of fight sticks, from like really old ones, from mostly name brands, so it could be like Mad Cats and stuff, for older stuff, and then newer stuff, you know, it's like actual PlayStation ones, and what is that new brand called? I don't even know. I don't use name brands. I build mine, so I don't know most of them. But I thought it was really cool because it's all it's like the history as well as it has the original ones for people who won Evo. So it has like the gold and like the gold versions, because the gold versions are the ones that you get for getting first place in an Evo tournament, alongside your money, of course. And then they had like Evo edition ones, and then like special edition ones. And it kept going back. This wall was large. And it was all just, it was a museum basically for fight sticks, and it was really cool. I'm kind of sad that I didn't save the photo that I did of the whole wall. I don't know why it's not in my folder. Rip. But I thought it was pretty neat. I don't use fight sticks like, because as I said before, I have bad wrists. I used to, but I had to give up on them. But yeah, I build all my controllers now, so, this is neat to see, you know, all the official brands and stuff and where they come from. Especially seeing, like, older ones, like, they had, like, old Tekken sticks and stuff from, like, when Tekken was, when Tekken 5 or something was released. It was really cool. I do have small hands. Alright, let's look at the next one. Oh, here we go. Here's the Tekken booth. And then the Chipotle booth you can see behind. Directly across right here, what I forgot to take a picture of was the Mortal Kombat booth. Literally just right here. I was too busy watching people play that I forgot to take a picture. Because I was standing here, I was like, I'm watching Mortal Kombat right here. And I go, oh, I should probably remember to take a picture of Tekken. So I took a picture of Tekken, but still forgot to take a picture of Mortal Kombat. Because I was watching people play. But yeah, this line was also pretty long, so I didn't bother with playing with. I didn't bother with any of them, especially with Mortal Kombat. If you pre-order, you get the beta access, so I'm gonna be playing the beta anyway. But the Tekken line was pretty long. I think it started right here, but it wrapped around. I think, if I recall, it was pretty long. Like, I think this was like all waiting, and I just didn't want to wait. The dementia kicked in on them. How? Do you ever get, like, so enamored by something that you are, like, your focus is too much on, like, the subject rather than what you should be doing? You know, if you're watching a YouTube video and then you forgot to put, like, your clothes in the dryer kind of thing. That was me. I was watching people play Mortal Kombat 1 because I'm so excited. Mortal Kombat 1 is my most excited game of the year. So I was just sitting there watching Mortal Kombat, and I was like, oh, man. He looks so cool. I want to be Smoke. I want to be Johnny. You know, I'm so excited. I'm like, oh, whoa, dude, what was that? You know, and they had like ketchup and mustard and other, you know, fighting game names come in and do like showcases and stuff. Like they were playing for people to watch. And I was just sitting there and I was like, yes. Can't wait for MK1. Me too, Jacob. Me too. I am so excited. Just to skip the front like a gangster. I really hope one day, because I do a lot of things outside, that I can't really talk about, where I invest in a lot of fighting games that you guys don't see. So I always hope that one day I can actually be a part of things like this and just be able to, like, go in and just be like, so I got commentary at 2 p.m. Can I just, like, swing in real quick and try Tekken 8? And they'd be like, yeah. So let's see, what else do we got? Oh yeah, here is the Capcom booth. I really wish I could have participated. Cause they had, like, right here, right? They had Cammy Cash, where you got to win money. It was basically like an arcade. You walk in, you win tokens or Cammy Cash, and you go over here through one of these and you trade them for items. So you could get like a poster, a comic book, you know, stuff like that. I didn't get to do any of that, so I didn't get any. So I sadly didn't get to play. I hope to next time. Yeah, they call it Cammy Cash. I have a single $200 Cammy Cash that I found. It wasn't even mine. I found it. But also they had a day 2. They had developers from Capcom and Alex, but day 1 was only Alex. Which is they were doing signings. Signings right here. I don't think they're doing it at the moment when I'm taking a picture. But I did it on day 1. I got to meet Luke. Found. The first found. I legitimately found it. I legitimately found it over by the spectator seats. But yeah, I got to meet Luke. And I got stuff signed from Luke, which was pretty cool. I got I got to meet my son. I got to meet Luke, Alex Lee. He was doing signings on day 1 and day 2 with the Capcom. Day 1 was just him. Day 2 was with the Capcom producers. I only got to do it on day 1 because day 2, I was kind of out and about more with my friends. Day 1, I was mostly in the venue. So I got to meet Luke. He was like over here at this booth right here. Did he look huge? No, he's scrawny and short. He was a lot shorter than I thought he was gonna be. I literally, like, as soon as me and my friends, like, walked away, we're like, man, he kinda is short to be Luke, isn't he? But yeah, we did, don't worry, call each other huge. World's best Luke man and world's best guy named Luke joined forces. It was actually, he was very, very nice. You know, you don't really, it was just a signing, so you don't really get to have, like, a conversation with him, right? So it was just, I got his poster signed with Luke. And, you know, he said funny lines with me, and I got a picture with him, and that was it, right? Because it was a line, and you don't really get to sit there and talk with him, right? So hopefully next time, you know, if I ever see him at convention, I'll be, you know, actually gonna, like, maybe be more like, hey, I really like your character, but that's really about it. Did y'all go to Memphis? No, so he did the meme lines for me. And then he did, his level 2 we made a joke with. We usually say it's, baseball baby instead of beast mode baby. We mainly just did memes. We mainly talked about it about the memes. But don't worry, during the Street Fighter Finals, if you guys watch the actual live stream than just the, VOD. Because they have these specific just the game footage, and then they have the live stream footage where they had, like, audience and stuff. They had people, the whole crowd, when Mena RD did his level 3, everybody said, you took the wrong guy to Memphis! Like, everybody did it. So, at the very least, it was a community effort. No, we say baseball. Did you record it to use on soundboard? No, I did not. I should have, though. No, I only got a picture and I got my thing signed and I gotta say hello and just a nice interaction with our good old boy, Luke. Did you tell him you have a Luke guide coming soon? I did not, but I should have. Yeah, I have to put Rashid information in there if I can figure out any Rashid information, and then I'll be releasing that. So hopefully not too long. I wanted to do it before I went to Evo, but I didn't have enough time to really invest in Rashid learning. I did see Blind Warrior win his pools. I was very excited for that. I'm wondering, so normally he always plays blind, right? I mean, that's what he does. I'm wondering if the new, like, dynamic sounds and stuff that they have in Street Fighter, it really helped them out there. Because they made Street Fighter, like, super... Oh, he is actually blind? Oh, that I did not know. I thought, because in the VOD, he's, or on his stage thing, he's wearing, a blindfold. So I didn't know. So the more you know. But yeah, I was wondering if he was using, like, the new and improved, like, dynamic sound that's in Street Fighter, and I'm wondering how good that actually is for people who are, vision impaired. Luke, it was not huge. Alex was very, I mean, good-looking guy, but he's a bit on the skinny side and a bit on the short side. Nothing wrong with that, but he was not Luke. Just the voice. It's cool. That is true, Steve. It is cool to use a blindfold when you're a blind warrior. But yeah, so, if you go back this way, right behind this booth is the Crunchyroll booth. Literally just right behind it. I think this, thing right here, this black wall is what divided it. Because if you go straight down the middle from, like, here, this whole right side, as I said, is, like, all the video games and their booths, or the, company booths. Like, Tekken was the right here. Capcom. Tekken had a large booth. Tekken took up 2, like, lengths of booths. Whereas this is the Capcom one, kind of small, and the one behind it was Mortal Kombat, and then that length of Capcom and Mortal Kombat was all Tekken. They had a huge booth. But yeah, then after this, after the Capcom one, right behind it is Project L. And then to the right is the Chipotle booth. And then on the left side is like this right here, this like behind these pillars where you see like this blue banner over here is like actual fighting game merch and products. So there was like a snack box, I think was actually right here behind here. And then there was some fighting game specific like brand merch. I think Hitbox was right on the other side here, and stuff like that was right here. And then behind it, all the way on that wall was Artist Alley. Look at my next picture. Oh yeah, here's the Chipotle booth. Here's the Chipotle booth. You can see when I visited Chipotle booth, top 24 comes up of Street Fighter. So that's when I was visiting the Chipotle booth. But yeah, so they had it around this side over here where this guy's standing was all of the game setups where you could play to win, you know, like the Chipotle bag and stuff in those little tournaments. And then they had like actual seating area. So Chipotle was the I'm tired and I need to sit down area. Yeah, and the Ryu right here. So this whole left side right here, and then right here, of course, with these chairs, and then over here, there's like tables. Was all just seating and tables and people to just sit down and relax. There's literally just an actual lounge. You can't see it, but there's like 2 tables here and actual large couches. You can kind of see it, I think, but large couches that go all the way and like went to like an L shape on this corner over here. It was literally just if you're tired, come sit down area, which I thought was really nice. Because normally, like, Evo has these areas normally spread out next to, like, their water stations. But they're just the same metal chairs that you sit on, you know, with everything else. Plastic. Not comfy. This is, like, comfy area. El Forte for Street Fighter 6 confirmed. Do people actually want him in the game? Can't wait for the Chipotle fighting game. Chipotle has basically ingrained themselves in Street Fighter 6, so I think they've already beat us to it. How many Chipotles you ate? I did not eat a single Chipotle. There is not a Chipotle anywhere on the strip, so it's a bit hard. It's a bit hard to have the Chipotle. As well as I don't eat it very often. Oh, and so there was the at every booth, there is a like a whiteboard that you could draw on. There was one at SNK, one at Capcom, and one at I think where Mortal Kombat is. I forgot to take a picture of the other two, but I think on their Twitter they have a picture of it. But I have ingrained myself in SNK history now on their on their Twitter and on their whiteboard. Can you guys find where the Brie is? I'll post this picture at Discord too, but can you find the Brie? The Brie I drew, the Brie and Niho. Here, where should I put it? I'll put it in share with Brie. Let me go here real quick. Find the Brie. Alright, I'll go back over here. I gotta know, was that place stinky? Actually, Evo was very, very well taken care of in terms of, like, heat and air conditioning and stuff. Actually, I did not, I barely sweat at all. The only time I was sweating was when I was playing the game, obviously. I'm a gamer. But other than that, like, just walking around and stuff, it's not hot. It actually is kind of cold in it, and there were plenty of people wearing jackets and stuff. For me, it was nice and freeing, but I'm sure for, you know, people who might be used to the heat were probably just, like, cold. But, it was nice. It was nice inside. There was not any stink. And it could be to the factor that there was no Smash. You know, that really saves us from any stink, but in general, pretty good. I don't know. Zangief's moveset seems much more like WWE wrestling now, so might be a little too much overlap with potential El Fuerte, sadly. That is true. I mean, it continues to be the thing of, you know, they have one thematic person who's taking on themes from past characters, or even are filling the gap for characters that were similar. So it's kind of hard when they have similar themes. I don't think they will continue until they kind of have a cycle of all of the main themes are filled, and then they go on to other, you know, relative things. Yeah, we are too powerful to be affected because there's no Smash. But yeah, this is really cute. I love the Luke drawing somebody did, the Jamie face, this Luke face, pretty funny. There was not a lot of space, and obviously the early birds got a lot of space. But has anybody found the Brie yet? Me and Niho did a drawing. I don't know if you guys have found the Brie yet. I'll show it in a second, but I made sure to mark our territory at Evo, show that I was truly there. I'm looking. Bet. Here, let me... Are you looking at that picture in Discord? I think I did. It's not on the far right side, obviously. It's within this square. I got a buddy that drew near the May? The Mai? The May? The Mai? Over here? Found it? You found it? Okay. We have people who found it. Yeah, here's my stamp, my staple. Here's our staple forever in history. Put in the Discord, am I right? Yes, you found it. You found it. You guys found it. There was like not really a lot of room, so we made it really small. But yeah, Gremlin Brie was here and Niho was here. We made our stamp at Evo. It was very fun. That was like the last thing we did. Like right before we left for day 2, we were like, wait a minute, there's whiteboards, and we went and did this. I ain't determining that's a picture of you with that original images quality. Well, I made sure that it was orange and green, you know. I was very happy to get that done, though. Let's see, what else do we got? So that might be the end for, like, actual Evo stuff. Let me double check. Anything else I can show? No. Not at the moment. I can edit these to show more, but I can't do it at the moment. The only other thing is I went to, obviously I walked the strip a little bit. We didn't really do too much exciting. We mainly just walked it. We didn't go into a lot of places. I did stop by the Hello Kitty Cafe, which was pretty neat. I got a cupcake that I didn't finish because it's huge and really sweet. But here's my cupcake I got at my Hello Kitty Cafe that I went to. No gambling. No, I don't like gambling. Specifically because so the machines are always set to like max brightness, and I don't like sitting there longer than like 2 minutes. It actually hurts my eyes to look at gambling machines. Was that supposed to be? It's Guitama? Is that how you say it? Is that his name? Guitama? He's the egg. He's from Sanrio. Guitama? That's what it is. He's a Sanrio, which is the Hello Kitty brand. He's an egg. He's a sleepy egg boy. They had other things too. They had, You know, they had like Choco Cat, Melody, and of course Hello Kitty stuff. I'm trying to remember like all the names at the time. I should know these because Mama Elska collects Hello Kitty stuff, but I still don't know all the names. Yeah, he's usually drawn with like his butt. He's usually drawn with like his booty out. What else we got? Oh yeah, I found this funny shirt. Well, okay, so on the strip, they have like these side places where you could go and buy like knockoff random printed tees, and this one made me laugh. I looked at it, I was like, yeah, bet that's iconic for Las Vegas. It made me laugh. Drip. This is a whole different Drip Goku, Drip Vegeta. But yeah, they had that with like all other characters. They had like one with Luffy and stuff on it. And it was like them in drip and dabbing and stuff. It was so funny, but this one got me. This one got me. Oh yeah, we dropped by Caesar's Palace. And Caesar's Palace has like a random animatronic play that happens. I don't know like the timing or why it happened. All it was we were walking inside because we wanted to stop from the heat, and then there were animatronics talking to us. So I've never seen anything like it before, but it was like obviously it was like something Greek mythology going on. I don't know anything about Greek mythology. They were like, he's like, this is my son, this is my daughter, and somebody's taking the throne, and I was like, man, I have no idea what's going on. All I know is, like, right after this, things just started catching on fire. I was like, all right, bet. I like arson. But other than that, I had no idea what was going on. Here's an actual picture of the Hello Kitty Cafe. I actually went, obviously. Kratos? It might have been Kratos. It was the actual Hello Kitty Cafe. Kind of seen the menu over here. And I think that's the end of my pictures. I did have these like bookmarked on some things bookmarked on Twitter. Yeah, okay. So on Twitter, they had, like, this was the booth for you to, like, trade stuff. So you saw there's, like, posters, t-shirts, and stuff. That was for, like, the Cami Cash and stuff. And then the signing was over here. I was over there when I said hi to Alex. But, yeah. Yeah, so that's all the stuff you could, like, win. And, like, the big prize I think you could see is, like, you could win a trip to Evo. You get a raffle ticket to win a trip to, the Last Chance Qualifiers, or win the Collector's Edition, I think. But I sadly didn't get to participate, obviously. These are all their Twitter posters or pictures. I wish I did go in there though. So next year, hopefully I'll actually participate in all this stuff. And I'll plan around it instead of, my other plans that happen. I like arson. I do like arson. And then there's one more. Oh yeah, and then I have the, here's the official SNK post where they were like, this is the wrap up of day 2. This is the final board. And we're over here. We're right here. We're officially right here, guys. Seen that guy commentate a lot? Yeah. Cola, right? His name's Cola. He's a pretty good commentator. He's also doing the ones for the Saudi Arabia tournament right now. Yeah, we're officially SNK canon. Catch us in the next Fatal Fury. We watched that trailer earlier. We're official. But we're in there. We need Brie commentator. I want to commentate, but commentating is a place where I don't know how to, like, get into. Not as in, like, I can't do it. I know how to commentate, and I like commentating. It's a lot of fun for me. But when it comes to actually doing it, like, at a local or on a live stream and like, applying to be a commentator, I don't know how to do that. That's where I lose. That's where I get lost. I don't know. Yeah. Anything else? No, I think that's it. I think that's all I have for my information to share. I see. Yeah, I mean, I guess I probably just need to do more research. But I mean, it's the beginning of things I want to do anyway. You gotta know people mostly. Not really, at least not entirely. So right now is a whole new generation of commentators are popping up now because the current commentators are so well known and they're so prevalent. They're expensive. So like if you want Sajam, if you want James Chen, if you want Yipes, you know, they're pricey. So when it's not a big event like Evo or CEO or something, they aren't doing them anymore. Because they're big names now. So now a new generation is coming up where they may not be as good or whatever, but because they're cheaper, they're able to wiggle their way into these things. So I gotta figure out how to wiggle my way into these things now. I bet that's something where you just start trying to meet the right people. That, or we gotta start, like, maybe making a portfolio. You know, as we have more people who are picking up Street Fighter and stuff, I can do more commentating stuff with you guys. You know, kind of build it up from there. Maybe try to see if I can apply for anything online that happens on the stream, you know. I could try stuff like that. I mean, it goes hand in hand with just already what I'm trying to do. Speaking of, since I'm nearing probably the end for me, because I want to go eat, I don't know if I'll stream tomorrow. I have, most of the day off, but I might use it still to recover, because I'm still kind of stuffy, and then I also I'm not sleeping. But at the very least, we'll start Monday per usual. Or I might do it the other way. I might do Sunday and suffer, and then do and then skip Monday. I'm not sure how it's gonna go, because I don't know. I have to decide my schedule. But next week, I have some interesting things to do. What are you eating? Mama Elska got Greek food, and it's been waiting for me the whole time. Yes, so I want to do a community tournament. I don't know when we'll do it. I'm gonna do an ask in the community page and then in Discord and stuff. See how many people have whatever games they have. See what we can muster up. And then another thing is I definitely want to start taking strides into more voice roles that I would like to do. So I thought something that I talked about before, but I really want to start actually executing on it, is doing voice acting streams. Where it's kind of, well, obviously it's voice acting, but where you guys can like interact with me and be like, hey, you could try doing this voice, or I love to hear kind of try to do this. You know, try to reenact this, stuff like that. I thought might be a fun stream to do. Is Greek like euros? Yes. I got a euro. I don't know what Mama Elska got, but I like getting baklava and a euro usually in my order. But yeah, I want to do some voice acting stuff with you guys. Start building up somewhere to start from there, because I've only ever done like some side things, but I thought it would be fun to start building my portfolio and stuff with you guys. I thought that would be fun. So, I'll probably start a plan next week. I'm gonna have a day where it's just voice acting, trying to really work on my voice, maybe some singing. Not sure what day it'll be though. Not sure what else. There's just a lot of stuff I want to work on. And that's really just like my guiding light right now is after such a long break that I had, because it was a week and a half, right? Or about this long break that I had, I'm invigorated after like I had like a weekend where it was Evo, hang out with my friends, kind of gotta get away from everything, and then I had some family time, you know, and I didn't really have to worry about much, and then all the wants that I have in the back of my head are really flooding back, because I had that breather, right? So I really want to capitalize and start working on stuff I want to do. So I think that's really how the direction we're going to be going for a little bit. Get you some munchies. Thanks for sharing your travel pictures with the class. No, thank you guys. I was glad that you guys want to interact with me, talk about fighting games with me. You know how much I love them. Of course, so obviously, we'll continue the trend as well to have one tournament every week. So, what is it? It's on Tuesday, right? So Tuesday will probably be Tuesday or Wednesday. We have TNS or ISCFC or Can Opener. We'll do one of them. But yeah, I have, we have exciting things going forward, you know? Just remember us when you're famous. You sing and I try to animate. I don't know how well my singing will be, but are we doing it at the same time? Are you gonna try to animate while I'm singing? That'd be interesting. But yeah, other than that, guys, I'm gonna go get some food. Oh no, that was gross. I'm stuffy. Yeah, I'm still kind of sick. I'm still stuffy. So sorry about that. Or do skits? Skits? Yeah, exactly. That's what the voice acting thing is for, right? We're gonna do bits and skits and, role-playing and all the stuff that really revolves around it, you know? If you think there's, like, a line I should do, you know, people could be like, oh, do this funny line from The Simpsons or something. I don't care. You know, that's what it's gonna be about, right? That's what voice acting is. Finding your range, figuring out what you can do, and having fun. So, that's what we're gonna be trying to do. And I think it's gonna be a good time. But other than that, the Always Sunny Pepe conspiracy skit then, I don't know what that skit is, but absolutely. I'm gonna head out. I appreciate you guys. I'm a big nerd, so I'm gonna leave you with another Evo thing. The song that you heard in the beginning is from the Evo Evolution official album. Both CEO and Evo make a album for their fighting game tournaments. And they had one for Evo. The first one was the Street Fighter 6 song. And I'll end the stream playing a little bit of the Evo song itself. So just to wrap up all the Evo excitement that I felt. So we're gonna head out. But thank you, Ezekiel, Redacted, Nightmare, Raymond, Cloudy, Tiberian, Jacob, Tyler, Steve, Leon, it keeps coming back, Eki, GC, Crumpets, Snake, who else was here? Who else was here? I don't know. My brain's too slow. Oh, Go Tanks, dying, thank you. Nami, I said your name, right? Oh man, my brain's too smooth right now. Yeah, RE flashbacks. Leon! And thank you to our members, whether it's gifted or on your own volition. Thank you so much for your continued support. We got Dario, Professor Rockford Brands, Men, Nami, Random Omega, Jordan, Alex was here, Crumpets, Grey Spook, Matt M, Leon, Dither, Kinkilla, Snake Guy, David was here, thank you David, Cynical, Eduardo, Steve, Cloudy, Alt, Matt the Beast, Tyler, Ezekiel, Butterbee, Belly, Cart, Cookies, Kabutler, Swoon, Ronnie was here, Crabword, Another Warranty Doggo, Griever, Redacted, Ventus, Raymond, Kotek, Siberian, Nightmare, Berserker, Tellus, Damascus, Taco, Mossy, Mary. Thank you, guys. Alright. That's it for me, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out and indulging my mush for fighting games and Evo especially. But we will be back. And next week I'll have hopefully a schedule up. I was getting you the clip. Ah, I see. Well, I will make sure I watch it here in the end. Alright, everybody, you have a good night, and I will catch you next time. Bye-bye, farewell, and have a good one. Bye. Oh, the mute. Oh, no. Oh, no, why? I broke things! Did it work? Did it work? No, it's still not working! I made credits, but it doesn't work! I made credits, but it didn't work. Rip. It's supposed to go moderators and then chatters, but it's not even showing the chatters. You know what? You know what? I give up. I give up. Goodbye.
Believe you could be so much more. Made for the moment in the era I forged. Live from the minutes where the legends are born and the myths are forever when they pen our lore. I hear every echo inside of the world clear. I feel all the hopes inside of the same fear. The shadows that faded out, all the lights in the same years when they tell us that it's gone, but yo, I'm still here. Run it back. Quarter on one cab. When 99 seconds is everything y'all have. Prove yourself worthy. I live in the impact. As soon as I push forward and tell them to hold that, roll back. I don't see any limit, they lacking a vision and asking why the hell I would risk it. I'm basically different, I'm everything they say that I isn't. The arcade era live in my spirit. Don't tell me to move on, soon as all the pressure gets too strong. Feel like I was born here for something to prove wrong. When was that moment when you felt that sound and heard the crowd shake ground, screaming one more round? Let the lights flash over the main stage, I'm still brave, battling the giants that skill made the will fate. Test that choice, ignite the fire of a brand new age when they hear my voice.
Evolve till I'm